Hey everyone, this is Paige from Mosaic Moments. We got a request to do a video on the circle corner die set. It is a little tricky to understand how to use it, so I'm going to show you the steps in this video. So this set comes with the 4x4 circle corner shape, and it comes with these 1-inch diamond designs, which I'll be using in my page today. So this die has two parts, the corner frame, which is here, and also the quarter circle shape. It can make one large circle shape on your page. So as you can see here, my entire page is not completed yet, so you are also going to see my full layout process. Alright, so let's get started. First, I'm going to use my die to get this corner frame shape. So I'm going to cut that first. My magnet sometimes twists the die around. And when you cut, make sure your die is placed at an angle to get a smoother cut. And the frame can get stuck in the die, so I just use my tweezers. And alright, there we go, it's coming out. And there's my piece. Alright, I'm going to use my die again, except this time I'm going to make the filler piece. So I'm using pattern paper, I just cut enough to fill in that corner, so I don't have to use, a whole 4x4 sheet. And there is my filler piece for that corner. For this die, I recommend making a base or background piece so it's easier for you. So here I'm cutting with the 4x4 die from set A. So I have my grid paper here to help me line everything up. And now I'm going to glue down my corner frame piece, I'll call it. I just stick down glue in each of the corners and sides. And now I'm going to stick on the corner of my base piece that I cut with the die from set A. Making sure everything looks good and it's all straight and glued down properly. Now I can glue the back of it and stick it on my grid paper. And I'm going to do these same steps all the way around, so it'll look like a big circle when it's finished. Be sure to place the corners on the grid so the quarter circle portion is facing the inside. So having the base or background squares are so important since this corner frame is difficult to place on the grid correctly. Especially with this last piece, you would have a hard time placing it in the correct part. So having the background piece helps with the alignment. Now I'm using chalk ink to distress my filler piece. It's just a fun way to add a little interest to my page. Now I'm just going to use my removable adhesive to glue the back and place it within the corner, filling in the piece. So placing in the filler piece is pretty easy and straightforward. So I use pattern paper for my filler piece. So you want to pay attention to when you're cutting and when you're placing it on the scrapbook page that the pattern, if there is one, looks correct. For example, if you had stripes, it might look funny if some of the stripes went vertical and then other ones went horizontal. So you want to make sure you place your paper in carefully so the design looks cohesive. All right, now my circle is done, and now I need to fill it in with my photos. All right, so now I'm going to place my die over here to see which way I'm going to cut my photo, and also make sure my subject fits within the space, which it does. So I'm going to make sure my die is in the correct direction when it goes to the machine. I'm just double checking because I want to make sure my photo is in the correct spot so I don't have to recut it again. All right, and now that it's cut, I can just save that piece, and then all I have to do is add some glue to the back and glue it into the right corner. And since that base piece and the frame piece is there, it's really easy to get it aligned. And now I'm going to repeat these steps all the way around. And again, I'm going to emphasize that you want to pay attention to where the photo is going to cut when you put it through the die machine. All right, my cut is now finished, so I can just pull it out of the die. And now, again, I'm going to use my removable adhesive to glue it in the corner on the top right. Now I have this semicircle. I'm going to pay attention every time before I make the cuts, I pay attention to if my subject fits into this curved area, because like I said, the curve, it kind of cuts off part of your photo, so you want to make sure your subject fits into that space the way you would like. And to also make sure the die is going to cut your photo in the right direction, because we don't want an upside down subject. Like these two dancers, I'm going to double check to make sure they fit in the space and that the corner points into the right direction. Sometimes you got to use some washi tape, so sometimes your die won't stay in place, so I put some washi tape down this time. I'm going to glue it again, and this is my last photograph, and I have my circle finished. I need to finish off my page, so this is the 1x6 die from set E. So this will, well, I'm going to cut this 4 times, and it's basically going to be part of the border I put around the grid paper. Now I'm just covering the edges with chalk ink. Again, I like the distressed look. It adds to the Renaissance fair theme, right? So I'm just going to glue on the rest of them here. I already put distressed ink on these other pieces. I'm using removable adhesive, which I love. You know, you never know when you want to change something around, so I like that it's not permanent. So you could pick things up without it ripping up everything else. Just now I cut these squares with my 1-inch punch to put in each corner, and I'm distressing them with chalk ink as well to match the rest of the pattern paper I put on the page. I don't know why, I really like distress ink personally. I just think it adds a little pop to your page. All right, now I'm going to use the diamond 1-inch dies from the circle corners set. It comes with 4, so if you notice, so a lot of dies you have to cut them. This one I decided not to because I'm like, hey, I like being able to cut 4 of them all at once. It's really nice and convenient for me. They do get stuck in the die, so you need to get your tweezers out and pull them out. You just put them in each corner, and there they are. My page is nearly finished. I just got to put these on. I also put distress ink on these. I think you've seen enough of distress ink, right? Anyway, so now I'm just gluing them on. Again, I just carefully press down at the corners and on the edges of these dies. So I got those all glued down, and now I can stick them right on my grid paper, and it's really fast, and I'm done. So I hope you learned a lot about the circle corner die set today. I know a lot of you were confused on how to use it, so I hope this video answers a lot of your questions and that you'll finally be able to enjoy this die at home. So be sure to like this video so you can come back to it as many times as you want really easily. And don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what you think of this page or what you even think of this die. You could even, if you want, let me know what other videos you would like to see. Anyway, I hope you have fun playing with this die at home. Thanks for watching, and see more on mosaicmoments.com.